What is going on, everyone? It is Tyler McKinney back here again, and that's right, I'm in a different location. I'm down in Columbus right now for the Arnold Classic. We're doing the pump and run today. I'm going to be lifting here in about a half an hour, but I figured, you know what, I got a little bit of time, so let's go ahead and let's hit record, because we had a fascinating game last night, and it was fun, it was exciting, and I kind of want to talk about it. So, let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get into it. First, though, if you haven't watched that game, go watch the game, then come back and watch this video. I think you will do yourself a disservice if you let me spoil all of the fun that was an exciting game last night. So, Seattle ends up winning the game 30-26, but really there are two things for me. There's the side that is the really good game, and then there's the side of the production, and it really has to do with where they're at in Cashman Field. Paying attention to like the production, everything that's going on, and at least one thing I will say, give the XFL credit for is not covering up the warts or trying to really hide them. They have some issues. And, with Cashman Field. And so to kind of just talk about what's going on and the issues that they're having, whether it be with this, I don't know how you have issues with sticks, but it is what it is. But, it was kind of cool with them showing the production, the makeshift production tower, and that those winds and those 40, 50 mile an hour gusts of winds, or 30 or whatever it was. I mean, for those guys to be up there in those, mad props to them with the wind blowing all of that stuff all over the place. And you can kind of tell how this was kind of, where they're at, put together kind of on the fly, to where when you're somebody who, I'm sitting here watching the game with my dad, and it's just not impressive when you're, wanting to show somebody the product that, that you kind of put invested time in and that you're excited about, and it kind of looks like that on TV. It does, it looks like, small town D2 football almost sometimes. I know it's not that. It's not that low, but it just, with the camera angles, with them not being able to really get those nice shots, those nice views, it does a couple things, and we've already seen this twice now there in Vegas, that it's hard for us fans to, really be able to analyze things and look at things very well, but also too, what it does is it does limit what they can, in the command center, what they can do. So hopefully they get that figured out. The bright side is that there's only 3 more games left there, and and that'll be done for the season, and I'm sure they're going to figure something out for next season. Now, moving on to the game, if you watch the game, we're able to get past the production stuff. It was, which you should have been, it was fantastic. However, the weather decided to try to play a role in this game. I mean, it's rain one week, torrential rain one week, the next week it's, just ridiculous gusts of the wind. I mean, you're watching them throw the balls, and, they're curving to the right, curving to the left. I mean, you think a guy's going to catch a ball, and all of a sudden it'll just, juke to one side or the other. And actually, I thought it would be kind of more of a hindrance to the kicking game than it was, but it wasn't a factor, but it really wasn't that huge of a factor like I thought it would be for the game. All in all, I was surprised. My picks were totally off, which I'm totally okay with. It was a high-scoring game. It's the highest-scoring game we've had so far, 30-26. So, 56 points in the game. It felt good. It felt like, a good game. It was kind of surprising on both sides. Brett Hundley did exactly what I thought he'd be able to do. He really elevated that offense for them, starting out with the Vipers. He was less than 50%, but he had a couple, there were guys with a couple drops there. He had a couple nice touchdowns. He does not throw, any picks, and he can really run the ball and utilize his legs, and he did, with 8 carries for 66 yards, which was huge on the day, and that really launched Smith. And Lovett didn't do too well this game, but Lovett had a really nice big catch. I was really pleased to see them go ahead and add that aspect there, because it really allowed Smith to get going in that running game. It'll be interesting to see how this team progresses. This is probably one of the best 0-3 teams I've I've seen, and unfortunately, this is going to be a team that at the end of the season is going to be like a 3-7 or a 4-6 team, and you're just going to be like, wow, they've just. Unfortunately, some teams figure things out and some teams don't, and it takes them a while to. And I think that that's what's going to happen with this team. And I think Hundley getting there a little late. I think they could have probably done some things a little differently, like the first game or two games that got them where they are. Now, I will say the one thing with the Dragons, they're still in the hunt for this thing, and if they can continue to figure out how to win games, I think that that's going to be huge for them, and they're going to be one of the better teams there. And come playoff time, they'll be up there right in the hunt for it. We'll see. I'm still a little skeptical of things, as I'm looking at where the trajectory is on these Dragons. I don't know. One minute I like Denucci, the next minute I'm kind of like, he frustrates me. He did not throw any picks. He had the fumble though. I'm sorry, he had the he did have the terrible pick. He had the fumble, and he fumbled another one that was out of bounds. And I get it, he's running around trying to throw the ball, and sometimes you want him just to tuck it, but you understand with what he's trying to do with his running. He just, I hold my breath when he's running with the ball, and then he just sometimes makes these weird throws, and it could be coverage issues where he's anticipating a guy to be somewhere, and it misses it, and it's off the mark, so it could be something like that. But 377 yards passing, that's one really nice day, especially in the XFL. They had that really, really nice drive where they went like 90 yards down the field. They look sharp on that. Ellison, being the only back available, Ellison's doing a great job running the ball, running hard. I think that them being able to open up that offense, I think really opens up things for him. And it would be really nice to see. I know that Knox is kind of hurt right now, and Ellison, he's a really hard-nosed runner. I'd like to see him be a little bit more shifty instead of trying to find the next guy to run over. But all in all, I think that he did an excellent day. I was really super surprised and pleased with what he had going on there. And then looking at this wide receiver core, these guys they are stars, they're studs. And Jackson, VC, and then going to the two big guys, Pearson. Pearson is going to be, if you ask me, he is going to be the next Cavante Turpin. He's going to end up in the NFL next year. There's just no doubt about that. This guy is going to be he's going to be on some team, and he's going to be contributing a huge. And Josh Gordon, man, the guy can still play. You talk about which we knew he was kind of this freak athlete, a guy that was able to do to do things that other guys couldn't athletically, and it showed in this game. Just his ability to catch the ball, to run routes like he does, to use his huge frame to go up and get the ball, to tap dance the sidelines, to outrun. I mean, he really is a weapon for this team, and I think that they're really glad they took a shot on him, and I think that us as fans are too. That second touchdown just explains everything you get with him in a nutshell, and it was exciting at the end. The way that they finished out that game, they were actually able to finish out a game. It was super exciting. It was super. It was nice to see all of that happen. So those are kind of my thoughts in kind of a jumbled up kind of a way, not being able to really sit down and lay everything out. There were some things that I missed with with it and not being able to completely analyze it like I do at home. But I was excited. I wanted to share my thoughts and, get the information out there. Now, I will say that today you'll be getting information and videos from me, but it won't be as you would normally get them, just because I'm going to be, one, competing, then two, traveling, and trying to watch these games as I can. As always, let me know down in the comment section what you think, and we'll continue the conversation on down there. All right, listen, guys, I know that you're busy, and I know that I'm busy, so let's get on out of here. You have a good day.